here with an unboxing for you of the August 2017 Whimsify. This was my first Whimsify box and it had lots of goodies in it. The theme was Fantasy Kingdoms. And there were all sorts of fandoms represented in this. So one of the first items was planning a trip to Idris. Sorry, don't know how to say it. From the Mortal Instruments series, make sure to pack your Alicante sunglasses created by Glitter Sunday. So they're little plastic sunglasses. There's also a Court of Thorns and Roses book map necklace created by Just One More Chapter. And the lovely thing about this necklace is that it is two-sided because it is set up to be like a book. And let's see. Oh, I dropped my card. There is these really cool bookmarks. This is one of 5 parts of a map of Narnia from the Chronicles of Narnia. This is created by Book and Art. And I did check out their Etsy shop, and they have other maps besides Narnia, but you purchase them in the entire set. And they're hand cut and designed. So those are really cool. So this is, if you're interested in checking those out. So you can, this is not an exclusive bookmark, you can find this bookmark in their shop. Let's see, by Literary Apothecary, a honey eucalyptus lip scrub inspired by Lord of the Rings. And it says Arwen of Rivendell, and it smells, oh, you can't see, it's not focusing, but it smells really good. So it's, they actually had a little thing, they had a little insert that told you the ingredients, and there's nothing I'm allergic to in there, no almond oil, so I'm very excited to try that. This lovely unique map of Westeros from Game of Thrones, and this was created by Jane's Tiny Things. And if you haven't checked out Jane's shop, she has lots of fun bookmarks. She has a really unique style, and often her bookmarks have quotes on the back. I don't know if you can see, I don't know how high the camera goes, but up there I have her Daria and Jane bookmarks, and her style is perfect for Daria and Jane, I think. What else? Okay, so kind of a long story about this candle is apparently the candle was supposed to be by Meraki Candles and representing the 4 Londons of a darker shade of magic. Well, what ended up happening was some of, like, one of the boxes of candles, because I think Meraki's either in Canada or the United Kingdom, maybe in Australia, I can't recall off the top of my head, but one of the boxes got indefinitely held up in customs. So my box, I didn't get this Whimsify box until the 31st of August, which generally is about a week to a week and a half later than most of the box's arrival time. Like, August was just a horrible, and it's turning out September is too, it was a horrible month for, like, things arriving for some reason, like in a timely fashion. So they ended up working with Liber de Stella, another candle shop that's in the US, to create candles for the boxes that didn't get Meraki candles because of the one box being held up in customs. So this is Grey London, and it's leather, wood, rain, and musk, and it smells really nice. It smells really incredibly masculine. So it's a pretty gray color because it's Grey London. And this is the label. And I do know that she's on Instagram. I think she's also on Etsy. And she has a an actual website as well where you can sign up for a newsletter. And she has Harry Potter scents and things I've actually, I've never purchased, but I have checked out her products before. So last but not least, oh, and as a side note, because of this issue, customers were given a coupon code to use during the month of September because of the delays and because of the change in the promised product. So I think that's major kudos to Whimsify for promptly remedying the situation. And like I said, last but not least, the book is Shimmer and Burn by Mary Taranta, and this is the book I thought it was, which is why I purchased it. So the cover is gorgeous. So let's take a look at the synopsis here. It did come with a signed book plate as well. Magic will poison your soul. Ferris grew up fighting to survive in the slums of Bryndigil while caring for her sister Candence. But when Candence is caught trying to flee the kingdom and is sold into slavery, Ferris reluctantly agrees to a lucrative scheme to buy her back, inadvertently binding herself to the power-hungry princess, Bryn, who wants to steal her father's throne. Now Ferris must smuggle stolen magic into neighboring Avinia to incite its prince to ally with Bryn. Magic that addicts in the war-torn country can sense in her blood and can steal with a touch. She and Bryn turn to a handsome traveling magician, North, who offers protection from Avina's many dangers, but he cannot save Ferris from Bryn's cruelty as she leverages Cadence's freedom to force Ferris to do anything or kill anyone she asks. Yet Ferris is as fierce as Bryn. Even as she finds herself falling for North, she develops schemes of her own to ensure she walks away the winner. With the fate of kingdoms at stake, Ferris, Bryn, and North maneuver through a dangerous game of magical and political machinations where lives can be destroyed or saved with only a touch. And on the back is a little excerpt. At first I feel nothing, but then, my gods, the magic ignites beneath my skin, drawing bright white lines of heat that braid around my wrist before darkening to the color of charcoal. And like charcoal, the lines begin to smear, forming thorny peaks as the spell anchors itself to my flesh with a dozen tiny knots, no bigger than bees. For one terrifying moment, I feel Bryn's heartbeat echo through my chest before my own heart thunders in reply, screaming to reclaim its territory. The spell cools, turning to ice, hardening like a bracelet of scars. It's cool. There's been a lot of books, it seems, in YA fantasy lately that have similar kind of magical themes. Mary Taranta grew up play acting her favorite stories and writing some of her own in the woods behind her family's farmhouse. Originally from Ohio, hey. She moved to Central Florida at the age of 15, where she still remains with her husband, 2 cats, and library cards in 2 counties. Well, if that's the case, I'm filming this on the Friday before Hurricane Irma, and I plan on uploading this before Hurricane Irma. So I do hope that everyone in Florida is heeding the advice of officials and evacuating. And I saw from the projections, because I love the Weather Channel, that this storm is going to have effects all the way up into southern Ohio, which won't affect me, but that will affect, a lot of states with, parts of the Bookstagram community all over the world, in every state. And personally having, some Bookstagram friends in Atlanta and in Alabama, and I don't know if it'll affect what parts of Tennessee, but lots of bookish shops and other people. I have an ARC reader in Florida, so I hope everyone is finding ways to stay safe and remember that you can't replace a life, but you can replace things. So the theme for September, which I think Whimsify is sold out, is Queens, Good and Evil. They actually, just yesterday I think, announced their October theme, which I ended up ordering that box because it sounds super cool, is Underdogs. So like Neville Longbottom, sign me up right away. So that was my first ever Whimsify with the Fantasy Kingdoms theme for August 2017. In the meanwhile, happy reading and happy writing.